Вот оно написано.
Okay. Now we are waiting for participants and
Hello, guys. Nice to hear you, to see you, and you are welcome to join our webinar about PPK data processing. And we will start this webinar within a few minutes. I really appreciate your time that you spend your time for our webinar, and we will try to show you data processing, and we will try to answer all your questions. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to write questions in the questions and answers chat bar. So I see that there are a lot of well-known people here and very appreciated people. Tim, hello, how are you? Nice to see you again. And I saw a lot of questions from you about PPK data processing in some settings. And I will try to cover all your questions during this webinar as well. So I think it is the best way to share information, not only between two people, but to show everybody how to post-process data and what settings I influence to accuracy, and how should we set up TOPODRONE post-processing software to get accurate and consistent results. While we are waiting for people who are joining us, I would like Maxim that he run some review of our users, of people who joined us again. And first question will be: are you using PPK equipment? Have you ever used PPK equipment for data for photogrammetry data processing, or you are still using GCPs? And please answer with review, and it will help me to prepare a webinar in a better way for you. Maxim?
Yes, I will create a new poll in a few seconds.
Okay, super, super. And today we will talk about our latest development in about very affordable survey drone. I think it's the most affordable survey drone right now, which has a 20 megapixel camera on board. And it has a very high precision GNSS receiver on board, which is connected to DJI system to catch photo events precisely. And after that, you can get very accurate and detailed models. And you can easily convert your images to high precision three-dimensional models, or even on orthophoto with 3 or 5 centimeters accuracy. And what I would like to do is to show in real time all steps of data processing. I think it will help you in the future if you process any kind of PPK data, especially if this PPK data is acquired by TOPODRONE equipment. And the main advantage of TOPODRONE equipment that we have a very precise synchronization system to synchronize GPS survey-grade GPS receiver and camera in order to catch photo events without any delay. As a result, you will get very high precision three-dimensional models, you will get very good photogrammetry processing, and you don't need to use any ground control points in data processing. I know a lot of solutions which are represented on the market when people are connected some lighting, some sensors on the lights of the drone to catch blinking of the light, and after that they say that it is a survey grade system, drone UAV survey grade system. I would say that we already studied this thing maybe 3 or 5 years ago when we decided to create survey drone for us. And we found out that it is not stable, it doesn't work in an appropriate way, it usually loses photo events, and it is not so accurate, and the accuracy is floating. And you will get accuracy within 20 centimeters or less. As you know, TOPODRONE company was established by surveyors, and the main idea, our main idea was to create a survey grade drone for our own purpose, and to make survey in unreachable areas by us, because before there was no any RTK drone on the market which was designed especially for survey. And before we spend a lot of money buying ready-to-use solution from another one suppliers, and they didn't work well. And right now, and as soon as we design our own solution for our survey work, and we have more than 20 years of experience in survey and mapping, we understood that this solution can be used, and they are very popular right now all over the world. And today I would like to show you our new product is DJI Air 2S with the PPK system on board. And first of all, I would like to get results of our questionnaire in order to understand the knowledge of our friends who already joined our webinar. Maxim, could you tell me the result of our review?
Yeah, it's 50-50.
Okay, so I think I will start our webinar, and in the beginning of webinar, I would like to say that all video recording will be available to watch it after the webinar within 1 or 2 days. So you will get a direct link, or you can join our YouTube channel. And I think it's a great solution that you can follow all steps of data processing by yourself with using of our software and our equipment. In the beginning, as soon as I understood that it's 50-50 if you are using PPK equipment or you don't, you have never used PPK equipment, I would like to make a short introduction in our products. As you know, TOPODRONE company designs and provides high precision PPK equipment, which can be installed on the drone in order to get very high precision three-dimensional models. And PPK equipment, it means that this equipment works in post-processing kinematic mode. And everybody knows about RTK. RTK, it's a real-time kinematic mode. And in real time, you need to provide direct link between a base station and the drone in order to send the correction information from the base station to the drone. And if you fly in a forest area, in a mountain area, in a city area, you can lose connection between drone and base station because of a lot of reasons. But with PPK equipment, you don't need to provide any direct connection any direct link between drone and base station. And what you need is you need just install a base station in the area of your survey. And after that, you will run your drone with PPK GNSS receiver on board, and there is no any connection between drone and base station. And in post-processing, you will process a data set, and you will get very precise trajectory of the flight of the drone, as well as the precise position of the images. Or you will get a precise trajectory of the drone, and after that you can generate point cloud from the Lidar directly. And right now we offer PPK solution for any kind of DJI drones, like TOPODRONE, like DJI Mini, Mini 2, TOPODRONE Phantom 4 Pro, Mavic 2 Pro, Air 2S, as well as for Matrix 200, Matrix 300, and of course we have a very good, very affordable and accurate equipment for Lidar survey, which is based on our experience of surveying. Because Lidar equipment, it was our dream to get our own Lidar in our hands to make a survey. And before, Lidar equipment cost more than $100. And in order to put it, in order to install on the drone, it was not so efficient for us, because if you lose this equipment, you lose the price of several cars. And this is why we designed our own Lidar solution. And right now it's very popular, and it is already used in a lot of countries all over the world. In each part of the world, we have users and which are using our Lidar equipment. But of course, we are going forward, and we are looking in the future. And I would like to share our experience and I would like to share information about our latest development. And first of all, I would like to represent, I think, a game changer on an affordable survey drone market. It's a DJI Air 2S PPK. What is the difference between any kind of drone? First of all, it's the price of the drone, it's the resolution of the camera, and capabilities of the drone. What kind of accuracy you can achieve with the drone? And I would say that Air 2S, it's outstanding drone. It has a 20 megapixel camera. It looks like a camera from Mavic 2 Pro, and it has 20 minutes of flight time. And it has we install on this drone GNSS receiver, GPS receiver, which is connected, precisely synchronized with the camera to catch photo events. And after post-processing, you will get very precise three-dimensional model and orthophone. And the main advantage of this drone, that it can be used by a lot of surveyors which are not interested in a huge area of survey, but it is enough to, this drone, it's enough to survey 10 or 20 hectares per flight. So it means that 100,000 of square meters, it's enough to fly, or 200,000 of square meters, this drone will cover up to 200,000 of square meters per flight. And of course, it has a very good mission planning software, which right now we are using DroneLink for mission planning for DJI Air 2S or Mavic Mini, because because this year DJI has released a new mission, a new capabilities inside DJI SDK software, and it is possible to use waypoints mission to plan your mission. And the first software which provides such capabilities was DroneLink. And right now we are using DroneLink for mission planning for Air 2S and Air Mini PPK. And of course, we are partners, and we work very closely together with UGCS company. And as you know, UGCS is the best mission plan. I would say from my mind that UGCS is the best mission planning software right now. It provides, of course, it's a little bit complicated, and it's a little bit tricky how to connect laptop to the remote controller and so on. But in reality, in real work, you can get very good accuracy, and you will get very accurate plan mission capabilities with using of UGCS. But for Air2S, we are using Drone Deploy, and it has amazing tools to prepare mission like grid mission, double grid mission. You can set up fly altitude, you can set up overlapping, everything you need to survey small areas like 10 or 20 hectares per flight. And it's very easy to use. And I will show how to use it on next step. And of course, I would like to represent I would like to say a short overview of our new products. And another one new product is a 61 or 24 megapixel camera, which can be installed on 3-axis gimbal, which has a full integration with DJI system. It has a live video link. It has a it can be controlled by any mission planning application like UGCS, DJI Pile, and as you can see, and it has a possibility to change lens with a different focal length, and it is installed on 3-axis gimbal. It is connected to DJI Skyport adapter. And the main advantage of this camera that it can be easily removed from a Skyport and can be installed on the Lidar. And can be installed on the Lidar, and we have a wide range of Lidars right now, starting from entry-level solutions from Lidar area, which is based on LiveOx sensor, and we have our headliner. It's TOPODRONE Lidar 100, which is based on specially designed for mapping sensor, high-res sensor from Velodyne. It's not an original sensor like PAC or VLP16, which everybody knows. It's based on an enhanced sensor, which was designed only for mapping and surveying. And we use the sensor inside of our LiDAR system, and it provides a very stable results, and it provides a very high level of accuracy, and it's very easy to use. And we have a lot of users all over the world who use these LiDARs, which are based on Velodyne high-res sensors. And of course, we have a very efficient LiDAR. It's a LiDAR 200, which covers a lot of a huge areas per one flight, several square kilometers. Definitely, it works on a high altitude up to 150 meters. It has a working range up to 200 meters, and it covers 300 meters corridor width. So it's very affordable and can be installed on a VTOL and so on. And the most accurate and high level LiDAR, it's TOPODRONE Lidar HDL, which is based on HDL sensor, and it can be installed, all our sensors can be installed on the drone, or they can be installed on the car, and you can make a mobile survey from the car or from a quadro bike or from a backpack, and it's very affordable solutions. So, but today we are going to talk about Air2S, but I would like to describe all our new products. And of course, we have a very very scientific solution, like multispectral camera, which is installed on 3-axis gimbal and integrated with our LiDAR equipment, and you will get, I would say, the most advanced possibility in the future. It's a multispectral LiDAR point cloud. When you can use when you are going to classify, when you are going to make a classification of LiDAR point cloud, multispectral data will enhance your possibilities to classify data. You will get a lot of features, and you can run automatic classification purpose to recognize different kind of objects with multispectral data. And of course, we provide training, and I would like to share some photos and results of our latest training, which was provided for our clients in Martinique. Martinique, it's a small island, a small Caribbean island. And I just come back from this island a few days before. And we provided outstanding training. And we were very pleased to visit this area. And our client asked us to visit this area just to make a test survey to provide the training. And if he is satisfied with the quality of our LiDAR system, he will buy it. And finally, we make a survey over mountain terrain. And you can see photos of this terrain. It's covered by trees and covered by very dense vegetation and has a very huge terrain slope. So we made a survey together with our client. It's a professional surveyor from Martinique, from Matopa company, and we prepare mission. We accomplished survey, and after that, the client was totally satisfied with the quality of LiDAR point cloud, and he decided to buy our LiDAR. So we provide not only equipment, but we provide a wide range of services like a survey services, and of course we offer training. And I would say that we already provided training for more than 1,000 users all over the world. And we have a huge army of our users which are using our PPK equipment and which are using our LiDAR systems as well. And right now, I would like to show you our steps of PPK data processing from Air to S. And in order to make PPK data processing from Air to S, we use our latest software, which is called TOPODRONE post-processing software. And it has a lot of functions and different models like static post-processing, precise point positioning when you don't have any base station close to you and you need to define the coordinates of your base station, and you can use precise point position offline. And of course, we have models. We have possibilities to post-process LiDAR data to generate point cloud in real time, but that is not our main target for the presentation today. And we have beautiful capabilities for post-processing of photogrammetry data. And first of all, in order to post-process data, first of all, we should choose folder with images from Air to S drone. And I have a folder with images inside, and this folder called images, and I choose these images. And software will read metadata from images, and it will tell us that we have 240 images. And at the same time on the map, you can see the location of each images. After that, you need to upload raw GNSS data, which is stored in UBX format. And I will go to drone folder and I will copy and I will choose drone UBX data. And after that, in the log file, you can see time of observation of your drone data. It's very important. Why? Because time of observation of your drone data should be totally covered by time of observation of the base station. And next step, I will open Rhinox file from the base station. And this Rhinox files of the base station was downloaded from SWE-POST network, and Rhinox file has precise coordinates inside. So there are precise coordinates inside of the Rhinox files. And this is a great advantage of using various network or N-trip network just to download Rhinox files, and there are precise coordinates inside of the Rhinox file. And you can use any kind of base station within 20 kilometers range for post-processing. Next step, and as soon as we open base station, it shows us location on the map as well. So you can identify the distance between the base station and your flight area. And it's a very good idea, and it's shown on the map. And next step, we can choose any kind of projection. For example, for Martinique, where I just come back a few days before, we use a local projection on Martinique, and we use local geoid from Martinique. So you can add your own geoid. You can add your own projection inside of our system, and after post-processing, you will get precise coordinates inside of your in your projection system. But right now for data processing, I will just use only WGS84 coordinates. It doesn't matter, and I will start the post-processing of the images. While we are waiting for post-processing, but during post-processing, I would like to say that we substantially increase capabilities of our post-processing engine. And right now we have in one post-processing action, we use different kind of settings in order to post-process trajectory in different ways. And after that, we combine different measurements, we combine different results of post-processing, and we get more accurate trajectory as a result. And this is why we have very advanced post-processing techniques. So we have different settings for post-processing, and all these settings are made automatically by software. And as a result, you will get more precise position of the photo, as well as the trajectory of the flight. While we are waiting, I would like to say that if you have any questions, you are welcome to ask them. Maxim, do you have any questions?
Yeah, we have a question from Jamal. The question is maximum flight height, but I think we should talk about recommended flight height.
Okay, so I would say that you can achieve accurate results for photogrammetry survey from 50 meters altitude to up to 200 meters altitude with up to 10 meters per second speed. And we have a lot of tests of data processing. And I would say that the best option for rolling shutter camera, and what I forgot to say, that Mavic 2 Pro, Mavic Air 2S, Mavic Air 2S, Mavic Air 2S, Mavic Air 2S has a rolling shutter camera. From one side, it is a disadvantage, and I met a lot of people that said that it is not possible to post-process data and to make photogrammetry processing for rolling shutter camera. But it is not true. In reality, you will get very accurate results of rolling shutter camera if you and you need to remove distortion of rolling shutter camera. And in order to remove distortion of, and there is only one way how to remove distortion of rolling shutter camera. You need to use PPK equipment on board. As a result, you will get precise position of the images, and you will know real speed of moving of the drone. And after that, you will get you are able to remove rolling shutter distortion, and you will get very accurate results. And what I would suggest that it's necessary to fly with double grid mission. It's the best opportunity. Maxim, sorry, I think I missed you. Is it okay?
Sorry, my computer just rebooted.
Okay, okay. So, and what I would like to say that there are two different types of camera: rolling shutter cameras and global shutter. For example, Phantom 4 Pro has a global shutter. DJI P1 has a global shutter. Sony 61 or 24 megapixel camera have rolling shutter camera, and another one very important parameter is working range. And of course, you know that DJI has a very short working range because these cameras were designed for consumer purpose, and this is why we design our own solution, which is based on a Sony cameras. And you will have much wider working range, especially if we are comparing with Phantom 4 Pro data or Mavic 2 Pro data. What else? What else? Okay.
There was a question on Lidar cost.
Okay.
Did you already answer to it?
Which one?
Lidar cost and accuracy.
Okay, starting price for the Lidar is $17,000. It includes GNSS receiver, high-grade IMU integrated together with microcomputer. As a result, you will get very accurate three-dimensional point cloud, and data processing of Lidar is very simple, and it will take you less than 15 minutes to post-process Lidar data to get accurate results. And Lidar data doesn't depend. Lidar data don't depend on light conditions, and you can survey even at night and so. But what I forgot to do, of course, I have a predefined parameters, but with post-processing, as you can see in interface, we need to select antenna offset. And it's right now in our new software, it's possible to select antenna offset from any kind of ROM, like DJI Phantom 4 Pro, like DJI Mavic 2 Pro, as well as DJI Air 2S. Oh, I see Autel. So I think it's as soon as our developer part of our software, I would say that later we will show how to post-process data from any kind of Autel drone. And I would say that I was really impressed by Autel data. And I just say one word about Autel. When we compare Autel photos captured by Autel Autel version 2 with the Mavic 3 data set, I would say that it's difficult to say that Autel it's difficult to say that Mavic 3 Pro is better. I would say that Autel has a lot of advantages in the quality of the images, and as a result, it will influence to the quality of point cloud, and it will influence to the details of the point cloud. But it is another one story. And of course, if we want to get affordable solution for survey and mapping, I would say that Air 2S is the best solution because it has 20 megapixel camera and it looks like a Mavic 2 Pro camera, and it has the same flight time and so on. So, but let's talk about Autel later. But right now we need to set up here DJI Air 2S. Air 2S offset before data processing, but it was set up before. Okay. Okay, and I saw some question. Is the map future is a new release of the software? I am running another one version of TOPODRONE. I would say that TOPODRONE post-processing software, it's a new level of our development in the software area. And we are stopping to support. We decided to stop to enhance the TOPODRONE software, and right now we develop a new solution which involves all our experience of data processing and all users' feedback from data processing. And right now it is available to download for our Lidar users. And after that, with the new update of TOPODRONE software, you will get a new TOPODRONE post-processing software as well, and you can use it with the same activation period. So if you get TOPODRONE like perpetual license, you will get it like TOPODRONE post-processing like a perpetual license. But of course, we will add additional model like static post-processing, like precise point position and so on, and tools and coordinate converter. Another one question. There is another one question. Will PPK results with the rolling shutter camera be as accurate as with the global shutter camera? Yes, of course, and I will show today how to make photogrammetry data processing and how to achieve accurate results without using any GCPs, only with using global shutter camera. And to answer this question, I usually suggest to read our blog. And in our blog, there is very old article about rolling shutter distortion and how you can easily remove this rolling shutter distortion. And right now, and this one, I will send the link. Maxim, could you send the link about rolling shutter distortion camera?
Yeah, not a problem. I will send the link to the chat.
Okay, and Maxim will share the link to this article, and it's very interesting article. It was published several years ago when we received a lot of unbelievable complaints that it's not possible to process rolling shutter camera. It's possible, and it provides approximately the same results like a global shutter camera if you follow our suggestion for mission planning and for data processing. But I totally forgot to say that rolling shutter distortion can be removed with the software. And there are different kinds of software which supports rolling shutter distortion. First of all, I will show you data processing in Agisoft. And I think Agisoft is the most common software. But after that, I would like to represent you photogrammetry processing and rolling shutter distortion in very affordable and very accurate software which calls 3D Survey. And the main advantage of 3D Survey that it has very low price, but it has a very good capabilities to create CAD files, and additionally you can it provides amazing quality of the point cloud, and especially in terms of the details of point cloud. I think it's the best point cloud which I saw. And of course, I would say that 3D Survey, it's very affordable software, and it's guys from 3D Survey develops it in a very good way. And I will show today, and we will compare difference between Agisoft point cloud and 3D Survey point cloud as well. So it will be very interesting. Another one question. What does it mean, RTK post-processing? Of course, everybody knows that there is RTK solution from Autel, and there is RTK solution from Phantom 4 RTK solution. And of course, you need to post-process data as well, because if you work with the base station and sometimes it's not available, or you need to fly for long distance, or in any cases, you can use post-processing. You can use your own GNSS receiver to post-process data. In this case, our software supports Autel RTK datasets and supports Phantom 4 RTK datasets as well. It's very popular as well. Okay. Another one question. In using drone PPK, do we need to establish GCPs on the ground? I would say that you need to use GCPs on the ground to evaluate the accuracy, and I would like to show it right now in data processing. Another one question. In linear corridor project, we generally follow GCPs at every 2 kilometers in static and use the base for the setting the PPK base station to fly drone. Is the same way your product works? Exactly. Okay, let me move on another one part of my presentation. I would like to show you photogrammetry data processing. I would like to talk about photogrammetry data processing in more details. Is it okay? Do you have any questions, sir? No. Yes, you can use Trimbar R8. Exactly. Okay, so after post-processing, you need to add images and photogrammetry software. And how to do it? You should go to a folder with images. Inside of folder with images, you have output folder which was created by our software. And after that, you need to open update text. And after that, we select all images and we will add it to the software. Then we go to reference, and we can see that all images were imported inside of the software, and software with precise coordinates of the images. And we have accuracy for all images and so on. So next step, we will run photos alignment. And I would say it, in other words, it calls aerial triangulation. And during aerial triangulation, software will use precise position of the photo to define tie points. And after that, on the basis of the tie points, software will define distortion parameters. And only with using of precise position of the photos, you will define distortion parameters of the images in the right way. And after that, And after that, as soon as you define distortion parameters, you can remove distortion due to the rolling shutter. And for this purpose, you need to know first point of acquisition of the of one photo and the last point of the acquisition of the photo. And after that, you can remove rolling shutter distortion due to the moving of the drone. But let's talk about it later. And while we are processing data, one of our user, Tim from and Tim Durham, it's our representative in USA, and you can ask him any questions about our products. He has a great experience of using our Lidar system, PPK system, post-processing, and so on. But one of his user asked us about settings of post-processing. First of all, if we are talking about post-processing, what kind of settings you can set up? You should go settings, geotagging and post-processing. First of all, you can select any kind of constellations, GLONASS, Galileo, Big Do, and so on. You can select elevation mask, and you can select frequency for post-processing. After that, you can select, I'm going to save text file with precise coordinates and in different kind of formats, 3D survey, metashape, Pix4D. After that, you can select Barnex-Zif. You can choose Barnex-Zif. It means option. It means that software will create a new set of images with precise coordinates inside. And of course, you can rename images because you know, if you make several flights per day, in this case, DJI will create the same names for images in different folders, and it will help you to rename all images to unique names. And you can activate manual matching. For example, during post-processing, or for example, you delete some images, and after that, number of photo events doesn't correspond to number of images. In this case, you can activate manual matching, and it will help you to match images between photo events, and you will have a very good graphic interface. And I think you shouldn't use shutter correction. Shutter correction, it's another one settings, which is right now we don't use it. I think we will hide this option. And you can save coordinates of the images in latitude longitude format or in XYZ format inside of EXIF tags. And for geotagging image matching, I would suggest to use increased time weight option. It will help you to match images together, even if you lose some images during copying and so on. And increased weight of coordinates, it's another one way how to match images and coordinates if you lose some images. I don't suggest to use it. And time correction, it was designed for different kind of PPK system that when you have a delay between making a photo and capturing photo events. And in this case, and in this case, you can remove this delay with using of this correction and high adjustment. Sometimes you don't have appropriate geoid file in your software. In this case, you can use high adjustment. Yes, exactly, Tim. It is what you asked me. If you have any more questions about post-processing settings, I will answer it while we are waiting for photogrammetry alignment. Maxim, do you have any questions?
Don't have any questions right now. Do not hesitate to ask your questions in Q&A section or in chat.
Okay, so as soon as everything is clear about settings of photogrammetry post-processing, if there are some other users of our equipment, you can share your experience, or you can ask me any questions. I'm here to help you and to share my experience with you. As well as you are welcome to share your experience during this webinar while we are waiting post-processing.
Maxim, team asking, is it best to always uncheck the extra satellites?
No, I would say that the best accuracy can be achieved with GPS satellites, and next accurate satellite system is GLONASS. But I would say that if you have enough satellites in the sky, and do you know how to check number of satellites in the sky? So in our post-processing software, you can evaluate the quality of your data set, and you just click this button, and software will open a new one window which shows you the quality of GNSS signal. It shows you the quality of GNSS signal, and you can evaluate how many satellites you have and what kind of systems you use it. You can evaluate the quality of the GPS signal, GLONASS signal, and as well as for the drone and for the base station. Right now, for this survey, we have a lot of GPS data, and we have less number of satellites from GLONASS with name of R7 or R13, and you can change the sky plot, and you can see that you can see position of satellites on the sky. And the same, you can get the same information about your base station as well. And when you have a low number of fixed solution, you always need to check the quality of satellites. For example, here we have a lot of cycle slips. There are a lot of red lines on this R13 satellite. After that, if we open Skyplot, we can see that R13 satellite is located on elevation less than 15 degrees. And sometimes you will get the same noise on the location of satellite with 20 or 30 degrees. In this case, you can use elevation mask to remove these noisy satellites from post-processing. Do you have any questions more?
We have a question from Gustavo. What happened with the focal length tool?
What happened with the focal length tool? It will be available in this software as well. Right now, you can use this tool from TOPOSEtter, but I will show you how to calibrate focal lengths in a software as well without a tool in a TOPOSEtter. So right now we have block alignment, and what software made right now? If we switched on this bottom representation of type points, we can see that there are a lot of blue or white type points. These points are called type points. On the basis of type points and with using of the precise position of the images, software are able to recognize, are able to calculate distortion parameters. And these distortion parameters are represented here. You should go to camera calibration, and after that, in adjusted parameters, you can see focal length, which was calculated by the software. You can see distortion parameters, different kind of distortion parameters, as well as the center point of the image. But what I forget to do, on my previous flight from another one area, I already defined calibrated focal length, and I have this parameter here. I can open calibration. I can open this file, and I can copy this focal length, which was calibrated from another one flight from another one area. But cameras should be set up in manual mode with manual focus. After that, I will go to Agisoft, and I change this parameter to real focal length. And after that, I should set up here, don't change focal length anymore. So if you don't change focal length, if you don't change focal length, it will rise error in altitude. So I would suggest to calibrate focal length, and this focal length is stable for air to S for a long period, and you need to calibrate it on focusing on infinity and manual focus, and after that you can use this value for your future flights. And I just check this focal length and click update, and so on. Next step. After that, I am going to import checkpoints here. And as you can see, all data processing was made without using of any GCPs, only with using of precise position of the photos. After that, I can import a GCP file. And now we can check the accuracy of the position of these GCPs. We have a huge test site for our survey here in Switzerland, and for this survey, for this example, I just use a small area of survey just to show you all data processing in real time. But let's check the accuracy. And if we check the accuracy, that we can see that some points are located well, but some points are not well located. And you will say why? And I will answer that software didn't remove rolling shutter distortion because in Agisoft it should be made in the second step. How to remove rolling shutter distortion? You should click optimize camera's location, and after that you need to choose fit additional correction and run block optimization of camera parameters once again. And right now software will remove rolling shutter distortion. As a result, you will get precise position of each point. And as soon as we use calibrated focal lengths, our results will be amazing. Will have outstanding accuracy and precision. And we just wait several minutes and we will get very precise results. So in order to use rolling shutter camera for photogrammetry, you need to install PPK system on board. You need to know accurate focal lengths, your current focal length for the camera. You need to calibrate it, and I can show it on another one project how to calibrate focal lengths, because this focal length, which was entered by me before, was calibrated on the previous project on another one area in another one city. And after that, as soon as I use precise position of photos, calibrated focal lengths, software are able to remove all type of distortion, and you will get accurate results even with using with rolling shutter camera. But if you are not going to use PPK system with rolling shutter camera, software will it's for the software. It's not possible to understand real time flight. It's not possible to understand real speed of the flight during capturing of the photo, and after that, it's not possible to understand distortion parameter, camera distortion parameters like tangential or radial distortion. As a result, you will get very inaccurate block alignment of images. So, Maxim, do we have any questions more?
Yes, we have a question: how to solve uncalibrated camera? The project have a small forest on site.
What does it mean? How to solve uncalibrated cameras on a forest area?
Yes.
And I would like to ask you: do you know why you have uncalibrated images on a forest area? And do you use our PPK system? In order to answer this question, I would like to answer. I would like to get this answer. So the first one question: do you use PPK system? And another one question: do you know why it was uncalibrated? Maxim, is there any reply?
Yeah, while we're waiting for additional question.
No, okay, yeah. I will answer the question. I know the reply because, first of all, do you know why there are a lot of unaligned images by the software in the forest? So during survey, you are flying around the forest, and forests are moving due to the wind. And it moves and forest moves in different directions due to the wind. After that, the same points on the forest, on the trees, like leaves, will have the same. It looks like the same points, the same leaf, but it has a different position with a difference more than 10 or 15 or 30 centimeters. As a result, software defined tie points, and after that, software defined tie points in wrong way because the same point is moved to another one position due to the wind. As a result, it's not possible to align with images. There are two suggestions how to align images in the forest. First of all, you need to fly on a high altitude. The second one, you need to fly with a double grid mission. And the most important parameter, which you need to enhance, you need to use PPK system. As soon as you use precise position of the photo, for the software, it's much easier to understand all parameters because high precision coordinates of the photo provides a lot of information for air triangulation. And I would suggest to fly with PPK first of all. Then the second question. My suggestion is fly with double grid mission, and the final one is fly with a high altitude, more than 90 or 100 meters, depending on the altitude of the trees. And do you know why we should fly on a high altitude? We need to fly with a high altitude to decrease resolution of the images, and as a result, moving of the objects was not so important for the software. Okay. And as while we were discussing this question, software just with using of this option, fit additional correction, just update all images position, remove all distortion due to the moving of the objects due to the rolling shutter, and as a result, we have amazing results. We just measure these points. In diagonal of the road lines, we measure point on the center of the arrow, and everywhere we have very precise results of the points with using of any GCPs, just with use of only coordinates of the images after post-processing was used for aerial alignment, block alignment, and after that we add calibrated focal lengths. And the same situation is everywhere, everywhere with the points. And you can achieve this accuracy. Look, it's exactly on the center on the sign, and here on the center on the road line. So all points are precisely aligned with our block, with our images. And this is the advantage of photogrammetry with using of PPK system, even if you use low-cost consumer air-to-air drone, which can be driven with any kind of application like Drone Link, and any pilot can use this drone, and you don't need to buy very expensive equipment. It's not necessary, really. You don't need to spend, for example, $10,000 for RTK drone because you have a PPK system. And PPK works much accurate in comparison with RTK due to the post-processing option, and you can increase accuracy. And during post-processing, as you can see, we use several types of post-processing techniques, and we post-process trajectory in different ways. And after that, we combine all solutions together to get such accurate position of the photos. And as a result, you will get very accurate photogrammetry processing. So this is the result of data processing for long line area. And after that, we can generate point cloud and we can get accurate results. But what I would like to show? Next step, I would like to show how to calibrate focal lengths. And after that, we will compare a point cloud from different kind of software. So, for example, 3D Survey or Agisoft. And what I would say that in 3D Survey, you will make approximately the same steps of data processing, and you will get the same results. Maxim, do you have any questions?
We have a question from Tim. Do you have links for calibrating focal lengths in Agisoft, X4D, and 3D Survey?
I will show it right now, and we will capture this record, and we will place this video on our YouTube channel. And join our YouTube channel because there are a lot of materials about data processing, as well as presentation from our users, which shows us real results of their experience, and they share this experience very well. Okay, another one question.
Another one question from Rafael. Is UGCS going to add Air2S support?
We should ask it together to UGCS, and let's say a lot of requests to UGCS, because UGCS is my favorite mission planning software. But guys are thinking that it is maybe it will be very expensive for them to prepare support for Air2S or Mavic Mini. As more users will use Air2S for survey and mapping, as more possibilities for UGCS to add this option. I would say this one. Maxim?
Okay, let's move on.
Let's move on, and let's move on another one part of our presentation: how to calibrate focal length for any type of the camera. And for this purpose, I would like to open another one project in Agisoft, or it doesn't matter what kind of software to use, but I would like to show you. So this one project is it's the same project. So this project is based on the images from Air2S as well. And we placed a lot of checkpoints here. And air triangulation was made in the same way. But in order to calibrate focal lengths, what I made, I just, as you see before in this project, for air triangulation, we don't use any checkpoints. All these checkpoints was unused and it was unchecked. So for the software, there is no any information about the ground, and all data processing was made without any GCPs. But for this project, it was processed totally the same, but I choose one point, one checkpoint, this one, and I click checkbox on this point. After that, I go here and click modify, and I change accuracy of the point. And I add 50 meters accuracy in X, Y, Z position, and I just added 1 centimeter accuracy for altitude. It means that software will use this checkpoint, will consider this checkpoint only accurate in altitude. And after that, with using of this checkpoint, software will update aerial triangulation in the same way. Just click it like this one, fit additional correction. Click all checkboxes here, but don't use this one value. So, and all settings for parameters should be not fixed. So, and run air triangulation. As a result, after just run it like this one, just okay, click OK, and put it here, this value. And after air triangulation, you will go here, go to adjusted, and you will get accurate focal length in millimeter in pixels. After that, you can save this value for the future work. Click save and choose, for example, info camera calibration parameter, and save it like Air2S. And as a result, software will save this kind of file, and you will get accurate focal lengths in millimeters. After that, you copy this value and just input it here, and go here and click like fixed parameter focal length. So software, and after that in adjusted, you won't see any focal length. So this parameter will be fixed. And every time for air triangulation, it will be used for aerial triangulation. This is the idea. This is the idea of our survey. This is what I would like to say. Next step, do we have any questions? And I would like to check the real accuracy. Of course, this one, it's a report of our accuracy made by software, but I would like to check real accuracy. We measure a lot of checkpoints in this area. And after that, we will open point cloud and we open checkpoints in Lidar 360 software. And we will evaluate accuracy by ourselves with comparison with the different points. I will open Lidar 360, and Maxim, could you ask me some question while I'm doing here?
We don't have any new right now.
Tim, is it clear how to calibrate focal lengths? And you can do the same in 3D survey software. I think in next our webinar we will arrange a webinar about Air-to-S data processing in 3D survey software as well. So I will open point cloud from Air-to-S data. I will open Air-to-S dataset, which in point cloud was dataset was generated in different software. First of all, if it is 3D survey in Agisoft. And first of all, we will look at Agisoft point cloud, and I will decrease the size of the points. And this one, it's a point cloud which was generated by Agisoft. It has a very good accuracy, and you can see all power poles. You can see light poles. You can see trees, everything, and you can digitize it in a better way. And at the same time, I would like to open point cloud from I would like to open point cloud from 3D surveying. It has more points in the power poles. It has more points on the buildings. It has more accurate points everywhere. And let's compare the accuracy. And additionally, I would like to open ground control points from the same area. And I would like to colorize this ground points with the red color. I will increase a little bit the size of these points just to see it in our point cloud. And after that, I would like to see the location of the point cloud. As you can see, this checkpoint is precisely located on the end of the arrow, and after that on the edge of the arrow, and after that we can create cross section of this point. As you can see, I will increase size of the point for point cloud from the software. And as you can see, this point is totally aligned with the point cloud from 3D survey. And everywhere we can check the position of the points, and these points are located exactly on the same area, on the edge of arrows and so on. And here the same, and everywhere we have the same accuracy of the position of the checkpoints everywhere, even here. And after that, we can create a cross section to check the accuracy in altitude as well. I would say that it is real checking the accuracy. It's a real evaluation of the accuracy. It's not something which was computed by the software, approximated, and so on. So we have a real point cloud, and we see that our checkpoints are well located within few centimeters from the point which are generated by the software. And everywhere, even on the border of the area, position and XY are perfect. And we will definitely receive the same accuracy within 3 and 5 centimeters in altitude. So, and here it's accuracy like 2 or 3 centimeters on the edge of our area. And we don't use any GCPs to align with images in order to generate this point cloud. And I would like to open my previous project. And I would like to open my previous project, which we processed together. And I will open point cloud generated by 3D survey software. And the main advantage of this software that it creates very good point cloud of power lines. And we just make a double grid mission, and power lines was reconstructed. Were reconstructed, definitely. And additionally, if we have a look at the corner of this football field, and if I remove the size of the points, we can see that flagstock was reconstructed by the software as well. So we can easily understand that there is a pole on the corner of the football field, and we have amazing details and outstanding quality of this point cloud generated by 3D survey, even in low light conditions in the shadows, but with star wave was perfectly reconstructed. And we reconstructed solar panels here. And let's check the accuracy of this. And we have, of course, light poles here and all trees. And we can precisely extract terrain here because all trees was reconstructed like separate objects. So it's very good. And here we can see road signs as well. So, and it was captured. And I would like to draw your attention that we use Air-to-S on altitude of with a 20 megapixel camera, and we make a photogrammetry. We make photos from 70 meters altitude. 70 meters altitude, and you will get such details. And after that, I will add the checkpoints here. And as you remember, we didn't use any GCPs. We didn't use any GCPs to align our point cloud and to align our point cloud, and you will see how accurate it can be. It's totally amazing. And just imagine what time you can save if you use PPK equipment on board of the drone. How long does it take you to measure GCPs in the field, first of all? Next step, how long does it take you to align block of images with using of GCPs without precise coordinates of the images? And you can spend a lot of hours to make huge projects and to align your block of images with GCPs. And right now we are going to check the accuracy. And we have a perfect location of our checkpoints in the diagonal line of our road lines. And we can check the accuracy in altitude as well. We will create a cross section, and we will see the difference in altitude, and the difference it's just 3 centimeters here, 3 centimeters here. So we have accuracy like a GPS system. Your RTK GPS receiver provides approximately the same accuracy between 2 and 3 centimeters, and everywhere. And we don't use these checkpoints for point cloud generation. And here it's accuracy 1 centimeter, and it doesn't matter where the point is located, even on the edge of the area. Everywhere you will have the same accuracy. And let's go to another one part of the area, and let's check accuracy in XY and planimetric accuracy. We have amazing results, and we have the same outstanding results with accuracy of the position of the checkpoints on asphalt. And the red one, it's our checkpoints which were measured by RTK system, and gray one, it's a point cloud generated by the software. So this is what this all what I would like to show you. So data processing with PPK system is very simple. You need to use manual focus. You need to calibrate focal length. You need to use precise coordinates of the images. And it doesn't matter if you use a rolling shutter camera or global shutter camera, you will get accurate results. But draw your attention that for global shutter camera, you can fly with simple grid mission, but for global for rolling shutter camera, it's better to use double grid mission. And I would like to show you drone link, and and I will open this project in drone link application, and I would like to show you position of the photos, and I would like to show this project. So this one, it's a survey area, and it takes us approximately 15 or 20 minutes to make survey for this area with Air2S, with the drone link application, with double grid mission, with 70 meters altitude, 10 hectares per flight, with 75 to 70 overlapping percent parameters. So this is all what I would like to show you today. And do you have any questions? Maxim?
No, we don't have any questions right now.
What does it mean? I just want to. Okay, there are a lot of questions. I can answer it, Max. First of all, do you have link for calibration focal length for AGI source, PIX3D, and 3D survey? Yes, just read out data processing tutorial which is available in our download section of our website. I don't know why the software that I use is PIX3D. We have PIX3D data processing tutorial as well, but I would say that there are better software because of faster area triangulation is AgiSoft, and better quality of point cloud, it's 3D survey. I don't understand. I think it has homogeneity image. I don't know what does it mean. And I use, and another one guy said that I use DJI RTK drone, high altitude 100 meters. Yes, with a PPK system, you can fly with 100 meters altitude, 200 meters altitude. It doesn't matter because PPK is more accurate in comparison with RTK. Why? Because RTK, it's a real-time kinematic, and you need to make all measurements in real time. And your drone are flying, and this is why DJI has to minimize the speed of the moving of the drone with RTK survey. And with PPK survey, you don't have such limitation. You can post-process data after the flight. You can increase accuracy with using special filters or with implementing different kind of post-processing techniques, and after that, with combining of these results. And of course, PPK equipment is more affordable, and it's more, I would say, reliable if you use in a hard-to-reach areas. To tell the truth, I don't know what does it mean, homogeneity image. I mean, I don't know this meaning. Sorry, maybe could you explain in another word? I will ask you. Yes, of course. And Tim, you are right. I think it's a time to use affordable solution for survey mapping, especially for cadastral purposes, for small survey like 10 or 20 hectares. And you can use your own GNSS receiver like a base station. And our software for post-processing of GNSS data is included to the price of PPK system. And we support that we already received a lot of orders for Air2S PPK, and it will be delivered maybe in 1 or 2 weeks. We are just waiting for some plastic parts from the production. You know, the quality of our plastic parts the quality of the production of plastic parts, it will be totally the same like with Mavic 2 Pro. So we will have the same quality of the plastic which is provided by DJI, and it can be easily installed and so on. So we can receive your pre-orders, and you're welcome to join us, and we will provide you training, and we will provide you all kind of materials. Yes, I would say that you can use M2 as a base station. MLEAD M2 is a base station. It will be a very good setup. But in this case, yes, I think it's possible to use it. But I think there are some three-dimensional models. You can print it and install M2 GNSS receiver to inside of the box with a power bank, with antenna mount, and you can install it on the pole. I think it's a good solution, very affordable. And one of our it's a friend of mine and a member of our team, he already printed such solution. Maybe he can share with you, or we can print for you this model and we can send it to you. Thank you, and of course you're welcome to join our family of users of PPK systems, Lidar systems, and we provide a lot of trainings all over the world. You can join our online webinars and trainings. Maxim, what would you like to say?
We have another one question from Rafael. Is the upgrade price 1,990 to modify an existing drone? And the answer is yes, this is the actual price. Yeah, and I will send a link to our YouTube channel to this chat. So please subscribe, and we will share the record of the webinar in one day. So let's stay in touch.
And see you again. And thank you for your time, and we appreciate it. And stay tuned. And what else? Thank you, Maxim.
Thank you.
Thank you and goodbye. See you again. And we invited for our next webinars for Autel dataset and for our later data processing. And we will release new products definitely in the new areas of survey.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.